almost 9 a.m. At ang tagal kong gumising. Kung hindi nag-alarm yung phone, hindi ako magigising.
When I was still planning for this trip months ago, it was always about two things: Kamikochi and the Nakasendo Trail. Nagkataon lang na malapit yung Shirakawa Go, so I decided na gawin na din siyang major goal. After all, Shirakawa Go is a World Heritage Site, so it's a must-see if you are doing a countryside trip in Japan. Now that it's time for me to do the Nakasendo Trail, the highlight of this trip, I have to accept the reality that I can no longer hike the whole Nakasendo Trail from Magume-juko to Tsumago-juko kasi hindi ko na talaga kaya mag-hike. After the various hiking activities that I did in the Northern Alps, hindi ko na kayang mag-hike ng another 3 to 4 hours on rugged terrain and forested trails. Pagkatapos sobrang init pa ngayon. So I will be doing the touristy version of exploring the Nakasendo Trail. From Magume-juko, magbabas ako papuntang Tsumago-juko. And then that's it. Very convenient, very light, but still I'm going to see the full version of this legendary road. Centuries ago, when Tokyo was still the capital of Japan, there was this road network called the Nakasendo, connecting Kyoto and Tokyo. And along these roads were the post towns, and one of them is Magume-juko. Historically, maraming mga towns ang makikita sa Nakasendo route, kaso iilan lang talaga ang umabot sa modern era. Thankfully, Magume-juko is perfectly preserved, so we can still experience what the Japanese have seen hundreds of years ago, back when Japan was still in the glory days of the Edo period.
From Siopao.
In exploring Magume-juko, wala ka naman talagang ibang gagawin kundi maglakad at maglakad lang talaga. As in, isa lang talaga siyang mahabang kalsada. The shops, the cafes, the restaurants, the homestays, all of them are in this perfectly preserved Edo period Japanese architecture. Kaya kahit maraming tao, it still feels like I'm time traveling.
Grabe na, magkano kaya ngayong araw na to? Hindi ko na i-compute para hindi ako masaktan. Ang init, tapos ang dry. Hindi ko siya ma-describe.
I found this little souvenir shop / cafe and decided to treat myself with some iced matcha latte. Kasi ang init talaga. I have to be honest that this specific matcha latte is normal tasting. Hindi naman siya yung parang magical. What's magical is the view of this cafe. I couldn't help but imagine myself in the 1700s having a coffee here tapos pinagmamasdan ko yung view. Time traveling muna tayo sa ating imagination today. After about 3 hours of exploring Magume-juko, I decided to go back to the bus station para maghintay sa next bus going to Tsumago-juko. It's going to take about 30 minutes only kasi malapit lang naman siya. Versus kapag hinike mo na parang 2 to 3 hours, some even say that it can take up to 4 hours. So I think depende yun sa stamina mo. One immediate observation is that Tumago Juko is a rustic version of Magome Juko. As in, ang gaspang, ang luma, ang gasgas niyang tingnan. Well, it's not a bad thing because it actually makes the town more special and unique. Kasi it adds more to the vibe and I love it even more. I saw photos of Tumago Juko online tapos winter siya kinuha. And now I'm thinking of coming back here in winter kasi I know na ibang-iba ang atmosphere niya kapag winter siya. But for now, nandito tayo and it's summer, so
Arigatou gozaimasu. Naalala ko nga pala na hindi ka pala dapat kumakain habang naglalakad dito. So ngayon dito na lang muna ako sa spot. Ewan ko pala siya gilid ng bahay. Anyway. Grabe, sobrang init.
habang pinagmamasdan ko yung views sa bintana ng tren, alam mo yung feeling na yung energy mo ay biglang bumagsak? Yung parang, oh my god, this is the end of it. This is officially the sign that my trip is about to come to an end. As in, matatapos na siya bukas. You know, the reality starts to creep in. Oh my god, papasok na naman ako sa trabaho, babalik na naman ako sa dati kong buhay, and oh my god. So, ganun talaga, life is life. I am not meant to stay on vacation forever. Kailangan ko din kumayod and magtrabaho and kumita ng pera para makapagbakasyon ulit. But right now, I feel so happy, peaceful, and calm kasi lahat ng nilista ko ay na-check ko na sila. So, mission accomplished. By the way, naka-hotel na pala ako in my last 2 nights in Nagoya. But before going back, I decided to have dinner sa Coco Ichibanya again. Kasi why not? And sumaglit ako sa convenience store to purchase a few items, specifically this Boom Kauchen. This pastry is really my favorite. So kapag nandito ako sa Japan, bumibili ako ng bulto sa Family Mart or 7-Eleven kasi gusto kong magdala sa Pilipinas. Pagkabalik ko ng hotel, I showered, organized my things, and prepared for bed kasi tomorrow is my final day in Japan. In my last day in Nagoya, wala naman akong itinerary. So, lumabas lang ako, naglakad-lakad. Pinuntahan ko yung mga usual spots and places like the Nagoya City Art Museum. By the way, may exhibit dito si Leiji Matsumoto. Maganda yung mga naka-display, although siguro pagod na talaga ako this time kaya hindi ako masyadong nagtagal sa art museum, although ang gaganda ng mga display doon. How I wish I could have lingered longer pero my mind was just so over the place. Tapos naghanap-hanap na ako ng lunch spots. May nahanap akong traditional looking restaurant dito and I have to be honest na the taste was a bit bland. I guess hindi ko masyadong binasa yung menu. I mean, hindi ko na siya translate kasi nga parang tinuro-turo ko na lang yung order and then yeah, yun na yung bahala na yun. But anyway, okay naman siya. I went to Atsuta Jingo Shrine. 2 years ago, may nakita kong coffee shop dito na sobrang ganda at hinanap ko talaga siya. Unfortunately, this time, may naka-reserve sa cafe at hindi pwedeng pumasok doon. So, I decided to look for another one. Thankfully, may nakita akong, hindi ko alam kung anong pangalan nito, pero para siyang convention center cafe. Kasi nung pumasok ako, may kinakasal, may event and all, but okay lang naman kasi nagpapasok pa rin sila ng outsiders and they took my order. So I had iced coffee and this double scoop ice cream. One is vanilla and one is pistachio. Masarap yung ice cream, masarap yung coffee. Perfect for this hot day. As in, sobrang init talaga ng araw ngayon. I saw this tiny ramen shop and decided to go in and try this sticky soup pork ramen. Hindi ko mabasa yung character sa menu, to be honest, kasi Japanese sila lahat. But thinking it was authentic, in-order ko siya. And yeah, sobrang sarap niya. Sobrang tasty ng sabaw. Kaso parang ilang higop pa lang ay nahilo na ako. I guess my body is not built for this type of recipe. Panghapon siguro talaga siya. Anyway, masarap siya. Nag-decide akong bumalik na sa hotel, but before that, sumaglit ako sa Book of Bazaar. It's a second-hand store in Japan. So, namili ako ng t-shirts. Yung total bill ko was about 2,000 yen. So, mga ano lang yun, mga 900 pesos. Diba? Sobrang sulit. So, trinay ko na yung mga damit na pinamili ko. 4 na t-shirts. So, mga about 900 pesos lang to lahat. Okay siya. And then, I organized my things, prepared my luggages and my bags kasi bukas ay flight ko na. So, one final look sa aking hotel window. Oh my God, I'm gonna miss this view. I'm gonna miss this place. I'm gonna miss this event. I'm gonna miss this specific vacation kasi sobrang dami ko na-achieve and nanalo na naman ang aking guts and intrusive thoughts. Like, what do you mean I've hiked a mountain? I've explored the Northern Alps. I went to the Nakasendo Trail in 10 days. I mean, not really 10 days. Mga 9 days lang pala yun. But, I mean, you know my point, right? It's like, I'm so satisfied right now kasi nasunod ko lahat ng gusto ko. And I'm just so thankful and grateful for this opportunity, for this body, for this strength, for this weather, for everything that the universe is giving me right now. So thank you so much for watching this Other Side of Japan Travel Journal, parts 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. I can't wait for my next travel journal.